everybody. My name's Nnamdi Henacho, and I am your host. Welcome to another episode of Workforce Ready with NSTAR. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that right now so that you are notified every time we have any of these videos come out. Workforce Ready, we come live your way every Saturday, and we take our time to talk through tips, tools, and resources to help you as you navigate your career change into the world of information technology. We explore conversations around data, around AI, around project management, and all aspects of technology. And that's because over the last 2 decades, I've done tech. I have a bachelor's in computer engineering, a master's in computer science and information systems, and a doctorate. Well, not in tech, but you get the point. And I've been working in tech for the last 20 years, like I just said. So that's where I'm coming from. From time to time, I will occasionally bring guests, and then we also have additional content that we produce and we post on our YouTube. And make sure you're following NSTAR Technologies on Instagram as well. And every platform you find us, follow us. It's us. All right, let's dive into today's topic. I'm excited because I am talking to my people today. Now, every one of you who follows us, who listens to us, you are my people. But I want to talk specifically to immigrants, especially immigrants here in the United States of America. And maybe I have folks who follow us from Canada. This will also be helpful for you as well. And my topic today is the immigrant superpower. Why being first gen is your edge. Why being first generation immigrant is your edge. So that is what I'll be diving into. Now, if you've noticed the tech landscape generally, it is populated by Asians, Africans. So first of all, that's just that realization shows you for you as an immigrant, it shows you definitely that this space plays fair, right? It's regardless of where you're from, regardless of what you sound like, your accent, you can be fluent in American or wherever you come from. I've had colleagues from all parts of the world, a lot of Asians and other African country colleagues. And it's one of those spaces where you're from is not a hindrance. It doesn't restrict or limit the opportunities or the heights you can get to in terms of opportunity. And so you'd see that in a lot of tech companies. If you are in the United States, one of the bigger conversations in the political ecosystem, I believe was last year, was around H-1B visas. It was a contention between tech companies and the governments were trying to restrict H-1B visas, and big tech saying, hey, we need these guys. H-1B is a professional visa that most immigrants stay on or are on, who work. High-skilled immigrants do that. There's EB2, there's a lot of them. I talk about this on African Immigrant Collectives platform, so go there, check out more visa conversations. So where I'm going is even big tech and technology companies understand the value of immigrants, our work ethic, our attitude to work, and how much presence we have when it comes to the tech workforce. Our significance cannot be understated. So, and the reason is most companies, they don't just want people who can code, right? They need people who can adapt. They need people who can survive and solve problems under pressure. Allah, welcome to our life, right? Our day-to-day lives. This describes the average immigrant, the average person who it's learned to do this. Is adaptation is our middle name. Survival is what a lot of people do. We're trying to get people from surviving to thriving now. Solving life under pressure, making decisions on the fly. The natural order for most immigrants. And that resilience is something that helps you thrive, as a tech person because of how evolving and how fast the tech ecosystem and landscape constantly changes. Technology is constantly evolving. And so people who work in tech, that ability to adapt quickly is an advantage, is a superpower. And that's an advantage. Again, you want to lean into that. All right. So a lot of first gen professionals, who are, who do agile, do risk management. That's what we've done our whole lives. Right. So, and that's what I said, welcome to the life for an immigrant. We just didn't call it those names, right? Whether it's agility, risk management, just all of this is coordinating your siblings and making sure everybody's taken care of and making sure work is distributed and running things from a remote setting. You are here and then you're coordinating major projects and building projects back home. All those things we do without calling it the titles. Those are the things that make you qualified. Those are the things that qualify you to explore the world of information technology here in the United States. So that is something. So my goal today is to help you, the immigrant watching this today, to reframe your, to just have that mindset shift, right? Reframe your personal story, because that will be your greatest professional asset in the tech industry. That's my goal today. All right. So One skill that we take for granted, the average immigrant, like I said, is resilient. There are people who are born to affluence and wealth, political class, and this is not their experience. That's not the normal person you see walking the streets. They're probably not trying to navigate or change jobs into tech, and they probably have things set up. Now, for the people who I'm talking to that know yourselves, you have to be resilient to survive, right? That resilience engine, that adaptability as a skill is something that we can leverage to our advantage. All right. We have this, instinct to pivot, right? And, because one, you already pivoted countries. You already shifted. You already decided, hey, this country is not good enough for me. I want something better. And so I'm leaving and I'm going somewhere, right? You upped and left. So you already made a major life pivot. That instinct to pivot, you have that already. That moving to a new country, being the first, when we talk about first gen immigrants, not my kids, they'll never understand this, but you being the first one to move here and start from scratch, navigate new systems, understand a new culture, a new lifestyle, a new way of life, and adapt to it, right? That is the ultimate training you need to thrive in a fast, in the fast-paced world of information technology, right? That's instinct to pivot, making decisions quickly. One of the things, another point I want to raise here is in information technology, you have to be comfortable with ambiguity, right? In tech, things change daily. Right. There's always that constant evolution. Again, tech changes fast. I said that earlier. It changes quickly. It changes every day with artificial intelligence. Who knows what's going to be out tomorrow? But that's those are the things that we have been trained for. Those are the things that our life experiences have equipped us for. All right. So first-gen professionals are comfortable with not knowing everything because we did not know to start. Right. We already live in that world. You already live in that world because I'm talking to you. You're already comfortable not knowing everything, and you're already comfortable figuring things out as you go. Right. And that's exactly what being a database administrator is sometimes. Being a database engineer, being a scrum master, being, any of those fancy sounding tech names we have. It's adapting fast. It's being comfortable with the ambiguous, with not knowing everything, right? With, but still chugging along, right? We are like Abraham in the Bible. Get up and leave your father's house to a land I will show you. And there was no clear description of where in the world that land is. He took his bags and he upped and left. A lot of us, the only experience you have or the only knowledge you have of the country where you live today was the movies you saw. And one day you packed your bags and you left. That is a powerful thing. You've left, you figured it out, you were doing well, and you are here trying to explore career change. You're already doing the thing. You've already done the difficult part, right? You are comfortable handling the unplanned, right? The unexpected. We are used to that, right? So in tech, there's always this life of navigating complex systems that we have to deal with in the world of information technology. And that's our life. We have to navigate and figure out immigration. You have to read through, go on USCIS website and understand things, and you're not a legal person, but you figure it out. It's amazing since I started leading since getting more immersed in leadership in the community from, just working with immigrants and African immigrants through the African Immigrant Collective. It's amazing as you talk with people through some of the things that they have to do or just the things they have to navigate when it comes to trying to make a change in their careers and all of that. And they start telling their stories. It's like, that's crazy. Who's giving you these ideas? But that's the powerful thing about us, right? It's, navigating complex systems. We get into those immigration laws and we figure it out. We have conversations with everybody that we can, talk through, do our investigations, and then we come to conclusions. Sometimes the wrong ones, I see that, but complexity is not a deterrent for the average African immigrant, the average immigrant, period. Because I've seen it's not just Africans. It's a lot. It's folks from India, from China, from different parts of the world. And so being able to handle the unplanned is something that comes naturally to us. Culture shocks that we have to deal with, language barriers, all of that. But that's what prepares you for troubleshooting complex systems, right? Database failures, those unplanned events that you would deal with, in production support. You've dealt with that in real life. And so production support is only a minuscule, it's minuscule in comparison to the things that you have to deal with, and so that's our advantage. Right. It's those are the things that make us special. Those are the things that make us stand out. Another thing I want to add here is one of the other gifts we have as immigrants is we see what others miss. Okay, there's what I call diverse problem solving. When you come from a different background, you can see bugs, you can see inefficiencies, you can see the things that people are comfortable or they are comfortable and they could overlook that. But that's you there's that expanded or not, I'll say different perspective you bring because of your own worldview. And so certain things you're able to like, "Oh, that's not normal." Because to you it's not. And so diverse problem solving helps us explore, based on our experiences, that helps us on the job. Resourcefulness, again, making it work with whatever we have. Resourcefulness, what resources are available, we'll try to figure out how to use that to solve a problem. You were able to do a lot with little. That's the story of every immigrant, right? We're able to do a lot with just a little. And that's one thing that corporations value, right? They value the ability of someone who can be efficient, that can be given little and they make much out of it. Again, that can play to our disadvantage in some cases, but that's not the conversation. But it's natural for us to take little and make much out of it. A lot of us came here with little or nothing. All right, a lot of people came with just a small amount of money, but we were able to raise, get on the plane, and we said we'll figure it out when we get there. And look at you 10 years later, look at you 5 years later, look at you 20 years later, still doing it, still here, still making it without breaking the laws, without doing anything illegal. And so that's the power of, of that resourcefulness is something that comes naturally to us that gives us an edge in the workforce, right? Most first-gen immigrants have this ability to find creative solutions to complex problems, and that makes you that's listening to me a rock star. That's a rock star trait. All right. And then we also have this global empathy. Okay, we have wider perspective. We understand the wider range of users. Okay, and that's an advantage, and as tech continues to go global, having that first gen perspective helps in building products that actually work at a global scale. Okay, and so again, that's why we're so important to most big tech corporations, because they are building for a global market, and a global perspective beyond the countries where they're founded is so important to them, because they know, hey, to understand what these countries or this parts of the world require, I need to get that perspective. I need to understand how they think, how they consume content, how they use products. And that's an advantage for us. That's advantage immigrants. So I've taken time to point out some things that come to us naturally, that, are sought after traits and our capabilities, that help us or that will make you outstanding as a tech professional. All right. And so now the big challenge a lot of people get is, well, I've learned this skill or I've taken this class, but I'm struggling to get a job, but I don't have enough experience. I can't speak to the experience requirements for making this career change. It's something that we see all the time. I see as a trainer, as somebody who works with people who are looking to change careers. That's something that I see a lot. And so I want to address that. You have to be able to translate life to tech. Your life experiences. I've just told you the skills that you already have, the inherent abilities you already have that help you or that ensure that make you a supreme candidate for most tech companies, for most tech positions. And so you need to be able to translate your life experiences into the language of tech, into the language of the career path that you are pursuing. Okay, this is one of the bigger aspects of career transition. It's to see what you're trying to get, to see what you've done and make those correlations to what you're trying to do, right? Maybe I've not done it within the context of this career path, within the context of this role, but I've done things that I've done this thing within the context of my life differently, right? And you just now need to learn how to speak the life experience in the language of the role you are trying to get into. Hope somebody's following me. So you should be able to translate your life to tech. Okay, so somebody says, tell me about the time you faced a challenge, right? That's a typical, how did you, resolve it? What were the steps you took to resolve that issue? That's a standard interview question. You can navigate, you can leverage your first-gen immigrant experience, as proof of your technical resilience. Again, you just have to frame it in the language of the career paths that you're trying to get into. All right. The other thing is so in rebranding your story for your interview, you have to own the gap, right? Instead of hiding your non-traditional background, explain how it taught you soft skills like diplomacy, perseverance, being calm under pressure. These are skills that most organizations are looking for. They want to see somebody who will not panic when there's those we say we're putting out fires. When those fires start happening, we're looking for most tech corporations are looking for people who are calm under pressure, who can make good decisions under pressure, who will stick with that thing and finish it until it's done, who know how to navigate complex and difficult conversations. These things that come naturally to us, again, you should be able to frame them in the context of soft skills. All right. You should be able to frame them in the context of soft skills and how you can leverage this soft skills to become a value add to their company. Is somebody listening to me? That's how you position yourself to try and be able to translate your life and your life experiences to tech. Because you've done it. You just didn't do it within the context of what they're looking for. And so you need to be able to translate that and tell that story. And then we have this something called the hunger factor. Like, we hear this in sports. You're not hungry enough. You don't want it bad enough. Well, you do, right? A lot of people, that's not something that you will say about most of us. We want it, and that's why we're here. We left a lot of things. We've left the whole life that we've known. We've left comfort. We've left, because we wanted more. It's to leave and start afresh in pursuit of something, without the certainty that it will work out, is a testament to character. It's a testament to grit. It's a testament to, internal strength and mental toughness. That shows you're hungry. The reason why many managers love hiring first-gen professionals is because they know you're not just looking for a job. You're building a legacy. You have a lot more to play for. There's a lot more you have. This job means a lot more to you than just ability to pay bills. It's the ability to support yourself, your family, build a legacy, take care of people back home. And that drive. So I know when I'm hiring you, I'm getting someone who is committed. It's not just an experiment for you. It's not just a let's see whether it's going to work. It's somebody who is committed to doing something important, who is doing something beyond. This work means more to you than just a job. All right. And so that is your advantage. So I say all of this to I begin to wrap up this conversation, and I hope you've taken note, and I hope you're excited, and I hope you see that you being an immigrant is an advantage, right? And so I want you to, as I wrap this up, to take this away from this conversation. Your background is in a hurdle. Your background is not a hurdle. It's your competitive edge. Tech needs you. All right, I'm talking to you, listening to me. IT, tech needs you. It needs me. It needs what we bring to the table. It needs the value that we bring. You are necessary for tech to move forward. Your resilience, your strength, your hunger, your determination, your ability to solve problems is something that information technology needs. It's something that Facebook needs. It's something that Google needs. It's something that Netflix needs. It's something that IBM needs. It's something that every one of these corporations, named the ones that I named and the ones that I'm not calling now, require. And so tech needs you. You are necessary. Your background, your experience, your expertise is what they are looking for. You just need to be able to translate it. Your background is not the problem. It's not the hurdle. It's your edge. All right. The main thing, and one of the reasons why people struggle again, is lack of information and lack of a support system. And that's why we created NSTAR Technologies. It's built by professionals. It's founded by immigrants to serve our community. And so we have different things in place to just make sure you can translate your story, you can tell your story properly, that you can present your expertise and experience properly. Part of the things we do with you when we are trying to get you ready for the job market is look at what you've done. Look at where you're coming from, and how do we tell that story in the language of the career that you're trying to get into, right? So I want to just say, don't be encouraged. Your desire to get into tech is not absurd. You are not inexperienced. You just haven't done it in the context of the job you're trying to get into. But you have a lot of relevant life experience that translates. And if you really feel like you want to get into tech, then go for it. That's my first message. Go for it. Make sure you go after it. You've already been equipped and trained for that. And then, secondly, let's help you if you're trying to navigate. Again, we're transitioning our models and our trainings from just pure cohort-based training to ongoing trainings, and then we invest more in support. So I say that to say, don't go at it alone. We have infrastructure in place to help you. So whether you're looking to explore careers in agility and in data, we can help you get in and explore those career paths. All right. So, we have next month, we have our next Career Accelerator Live. You can come and learn about the things that we have going on, learn about our products, learn about the service and how it can help you. But my message to you today is, Go right now and start. Don't give up on your career in information technology, right? Don't give up on your career path that you're looking. So final word of encouragement: you've already done the difficult part. You have already done the difficult part by starting over, by leaving everything you've known and uprooting yourself and move to a new country. You've done the difficult part. Getting into tech is easy. In comparison, it's easy. All right. All right. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you're inspired. I hope you're inspired to go take action. Till next week when I come back, stay blessed, stay workforce ready. God bless you. And let's win. Let's go.